Hey everybody, this is Tanks for the Mammeries, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks. Today I've got two replays for you. The first one is going to kind of be indicative of how my day was going. And I just wanted to show you guys this because, you know, I don't often do name and shame, and I don't often put up videos where I bitch about other players, you know, specifically. And you know me, I'm just out there to have fun, have a good time, and just try and, you know, make some funny videos and do a lot of derping and stuff like that. And, you know, today was one of those days where I was just going to do, you know, just have a little fun. And I do run XVM, as you can see on the screen here. Both teams are pretty much red. I'm the only player that is not red or orange. And, you know, I was just out going to have a good time, and I thought this was a really good fight for me because even though I'm low tier in this, I could damage every other tank no problem and probably survive this fight. So I was looking forward to having a good game, and I was just screwing around in the beginning here trying to see if I could see with my binos enemies going across the top of the map there for some easy shots in the beginning. So, you know, here I am, and expecting to have a pretty good game. And keep an eye on LORD105. That is the guy who was the top tier on our team. He's the tier 4 vehicle there, and just you keep an eye on him. He's driving some Japanese thing. Anyway, so I'm up here for a few minutes, and I decide, well, okay, this isn't for me. I'm obviously just wasting my time. So I decide I'm going to go ahead and come off the hill and see what I can do to really actually start making some hits in the game. And I'm going to go ahead and swing around. Since the middle is kind of covered with those guys, nobody has gone down the 1-2 line. So I decide I'm going to head down the 1-2 line, and a BT7 decides to come with me. I'm like, cool, good. He's a little faster than I am, so I'm figuring that he's going to be able to see whatever comes around the corner before I do. And you know, he's gonna come up here and get behind this rock and poke out. He doesn't get spotted by anybody. So I figure, well, I'll go ahead and push on up, and that way he can come around. If anybody's taking shots at me, he can get him. So there we find a Stewart, which is cool. We can take him on. The Stewart's now behind the rock, and so he doesn't have the opportunity to take any shots at me. So I can go ahead and push up, and now the BT7 is going to take some shots at him. And while they're exchanging fire, it's going to be the opportunity to get a couple of hits in on him. So the BT7 and I do some good tag teaming on him, and he tries to run away, and I'm figuring if there's nobody else up here, I'm going to just come down this other side and take this guy out. So I thought I had him with that, and we ended up cleaning him up. So good stuff. That's all good, very fun, everything's great. And I figure, well, now's the time for me to be able to get some shots down into this T2 light. So I come over the top here, and I start aiming for this T2 light. Now watch LORD105 over there, who decides to take a hit. And I didn't realize who hit me, but it took a big chunk of my health off. And I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Hidden enemy tank, didn't see it. I'm like, fuck it, okay. So now I don't have any shots at the T2 light, because he's fucking gone up there, and he's just going to tear that martyr apart. And I'm like, well, whatever hit me, I didn't realize it was my own guy. So I'm like, well, so much for that. But notice that this LORD105 isn't really shooting at anybody else. So, okay, enough of that. Time to move on. And I think, well, maybe I'll go back for that guy because he's coming around the corner. No, that's okay. I'll keep coming up this way. Now, I am going to get hit by other people, so, you know, don't think that I'm not fully aware that I got damaged by other folks, but I come over here, and I'm going to see this T40 right there. So I decide I'm going to try and get away from that T40. Now, watch this guy over here. He comes up the hill. I'm trying to get away from the T40. Trying to get away from the T40. And our Type 95 hits me again. So our own tank So yeah, I took some hits from the T2. I took exactly 20 damage from that T2, who I would have been able to take out. I could have killed him. I took 20 damage from him, and then I had a no damage, a ricochet, and a no damage shell from him. But that fucking Type 95 on my own team hit me for 114 and 116. Those two shots were 90% of the damage to my vehicle. And I didn't know at the time that it was my own guy until right about now, and I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you kill the only statistically decent player on the team? That was the kind of day I was having, and I don't understand. So, rather than scream at this guy in the match, I went ahead and reported him. I asked for the team to report him. I didn't go ballistic or anything like that. But he's an idiot. And I'm like, I don't know why it's doing this stupid double thing. I only said it one time. It's a glitch in the replays. Anyway, so he's gonna die here because he's an idiot, and we're gonna lose the game. And while I'm not, Joe Carrier by any stretch of the imagination, I do feel like I probably could have done significantly more if my own guy hadn't shot me and shaved off 90% of my health. And I know that happens all the time. Get used to it, suck it up, don't be a crybaby. But it's just kind of like, what the fuck? And there's just no excuse. And so I asked him after the match, and I'll post the screenshot of the conversation after the match. But I say after the match, dude, what are you doing? And his answer is basically, just for fun, just being an idiot for fun. This is why we can't have nice things, people. This is why we can't have nice things. So, anyway, we lose the match. We'll go ahead and speed up to the end there. We're going to lose it by capping. And that's the way it goes. So, moving on to the next replay, I'll show the, I didn't have the scorecard after this. I was just too pissed off. But I will put up the screenshot of the conversation I had with the guy. And if you ever see this idiot, LORD105, in a game, just watch out for him. Just make sure he doesn't shoot you in the back, because that's what he did to me. So, anyway, let's move on to the next match. Alright, so here we are in the trusty M4 Sherman on Sand River. And this is a standard battle. I didn't, right in the middle of the pack here, in Tier 5 match. I figured it would probably be a pretty good fight if I did not get in front of myself and get a little too far out there without waiting for backup. So I'm sitting here in my brain telling myself to play it cool and not get too aggressive. It's been a while since I've played significant numbers of games of World of Tanks, and I'm got a lot of bad habits that I've not able to overcome. So I'm getting out there and doing some really stupid shit and getting killed in just very frustrating ways. And then I started to have a good game, and already hits me, or or I fall off a fucking cliff or something. I'm just, maybe I should take a little longer break, play something else. But I decided I was going to head out this way, and I'm like, I'm by myself, and then I see that there's a Stug G coming, which, God bless him. And the Panzer III. So I'm hoping that the Panzer III is going to tripwire stuff. But it looks like most of the bad guys just push straight down the highway right into town there. So at this point, I feel like I need to hurry up and get into the game, or I'm going to waste my gun up here. So decide to go ahead and push on up, and as fast as I can. But the Panzer III has not seen really anybody at this point, so I'm going to get up on this hill, and I'm figuring it's pretty much a lost cause. And then, lo and behold, there's an M3 Lee, and he's going to get a good shot into me. I was like, wow, that was a good shot. That gun just reloads so quickly. So quickly. But he didn't, once he was tracked, he just didn't have a chance. So, you know, God bless him. He was up there by himself as well. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it. There's nobody over on this side of the battlefield. So I'm just going to let the Panzer III go off by himself there. And now he's going to spot somebody. I'm like, well, should I help him out? There's just so many bad guys in front here that I'm trying to find somebody to shoot at. And he spotted the artillery, so I was like, alright, fuck it. I wait for him to go past it. And then hit it. So, and then we have this guy. And that hurts. The guy is totally fixated on whatever he was shooting at and not at what was going on the map around him. So that's two pretty quick. I was happy with that. And now I come over here and pretty much all the bad guys are where we can get to them. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, I better go ahead and get in this fight as fast as I can. And I was hoping to sneak up on that guy, and I wasn't able to. So instead, there's all these three people right here. And I thought, well, maybe I can do something about these guys. So I'll take that one. I'll take that one. And I'll come start shooting at this guy. I'm trying to hit him in the engine deck. I don't know why the... and I know he's aiming at me. I'm going to get hit by somebody. So it was the artillery hit me. You little bastard. So take him out. And I want to go get this artillery piece who just whacked me. But alas, it was not to be. So anyway, that was a pretty good game. I enjoyed that one. 1,000 damage, 6 kills. Apparently 306 people killed, but it was 6 kills. If you look up there at the thing. Anyway, I'll show you the scorecard for it next. Those were pretty much the high and the low of the day of fighting here on World of Tanks. So I'm switching over to some Armored Warfare and probably some World of Warships as well. But I wanted to go out and get a video out to you guys today showing you my frustration, as I'm sure you all have had it as well. But LORD105 deserves to be famous because he's just obviously an idiot. And, you know, he's only had his account a month. I get it. He started his account August 2nd. It is now August 28th, so he's had his account for 26 days. He's had a couple of hundred fights. He knows what he's doing. And for him to just say, oh, I just thought it would be fun to just take out the top guy on the team, the guy that probably could have caused us to win the game, just pisses me off. You know, there's plenty of other random shit that happens in these games that you can't control, but you can't control being stupid. And so I would like us all to admire this idiot and let him know that we don't appreciate that kind of stupid shit going on in the game. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Go ahead and feel free to leave your comments. I know I'm being overly critical of this idiot, but, you know, that's how I feel. So feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it very much, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks very much.
Yeah.